church.
What is happening?
Church. Go ahead, sing, Mike. Come on, sing.
I like that, Mike.
Yo, Kevin, we're gonna clip that part.
Right.
There we go. See, you can't tell them. You can't tell them because it has to be a surprise, Deacon. It has to be a surprise.
That was Maya showing us how much rhythm she has.
Just started.
30 seconds in. 30 seconds.
You know what? You know what it is? It's the spirit. It's the spirit of Desiree coming on me.
Oh. Double whammy. You got 2 for 1 in the matter of like 30 seconds.
No, Jody, did Jody?
Wait, you're next.
No, you're not next. No. Did you hear when Desiree called Kevin? What she call him? What kind of dog she called you?
A golden retriever.
A golden retriever.
No.
I'm sitting like, why are you calling this man a dog? What do you do?
No, it was out of love. It was a golden retriever puppy because he's just, first of all, he's golden. You look at him, and then second of all, he's like
living my life like it's golden. Living life like it's golden. Oh, that's not a church song. I can't be singing that out loud.
You're living like it's golden.
Yep.
The Golden Gates, Kevin.
And then she called my Rick Reynolds. Excuse me.
Why do you keep reliving it? Leave it in the past.
It's the spirit. It's a generational curse or something. I don't know.
There we go. Is it too late to like?
Oh, you're on a roll past it.
Oh my God.
What's up, y'all? Y'all come on and hurry up and share.
Hi, Pastor Nicholas.
How are you doing, Desiree? How are you? Praise the Lord. God is so good.
I'm happy to see you. A second Fresh Friday in a row.
I know it's been a minute.
Here, guys. I'm happy to be here.
It's been a minute.
I'm a little nervous because Pastor Nicholas is out here already, and I don't know what to expect. So
you can expect the love of God.
Amen.
The anointing of the Spirit.
Don't you do that.
Jody, I thought that. Jody said, Amen. It's like when she about to get up there and read a scripture. Amen. We gotta move. Come on. Amen.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is why I love Fresh Friday. We having fun already. Y'all do us a favor and share, and let people know that we're on today as we are cutting up. Y'all had us twice last month because we had some special stuff to talk about.
Hey, Corey.
And unless something else pops off this week, the next couple of weeks we'll stick to our regular second Friday of the month. How y'all doing?
All right.
Can I just say I'm in a good mood because this is my favorite type of weather. 70-degree weather, breezy. I have all my windows open, so if you guys hear dogs barking, just let me know because I live next to like a dog park, so it's like
that's gonna be you barking the golden retriever.
Oh, see now, sir.
I'm just saying because she calls you once. I was, making sure. That's all.
See what you did there.
I know. I need to like.
Look, I'm not calling you a dog. I am not calling you a dog.
I know that.
I would never do that, Kevin.
See, Pastor Nick, I thought my friends would know me. She called me a dog and stuff on live too. Pastor Nick.
And she's like, "You're such like a golden retriever." She sounded so nice and sweet. We're all like,
"It's crazy. It's crazy."
I knew what she was trying to say, though. I got you back.
I like messing with this.
That's because y'all be in cahoots. That's why.
Terrible.
But yeah, if y'all hear some dogs barking, that's because my windows are open and I'm trying to get all this fresh air.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hoodie and boot weather's coming back. Praise the Lord. Wearing my sweaters and my boots.
Yeah.
Sweatpants.
Best time of the year.
Sweatpants don't judge you like jeans do.
Until they do.
Until they do.
I'll leave that one alone.
You leave that one alone. That elastic helps you out a little more.
What's crazy is that a lot of people are going to start wearing sweatpants more now because, especially if you're working from home, you just have the top half. You don't have to So sweatpants, a lot of sweatpants out here.
I bought a couple
Jody,
pairs.
Jody, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I need some more sweatpants. I can't do those real tight ones that everybody's wearing now. The tight sweatpants. I need to find some man sweatpants. Some grown ones. Yeah. I can't do the super tight ones, man. I just can't do it. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing leggings.
Oh, Pastor Nick is being shady tonight.
Somebody pray over Pastor Nick, please.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna leave that alone. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let me be more diplomatic. Bishop says I don't want to look like I'm wearing my little brother's clothes. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. That's better.
Yep, that's much better because there's a lot of people that wear little brother's clothes. So we got to move. We can't stay on that topic because it's gonna hurt some feelings.
Yeah. 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 So hope you guys are doing well. Please do us a favor and share as much as possible, and let people know that we are on tonight. We hope you guys enjoy it, and praise the Lord. Get off that topic, Pastor Grice. Go somewhere and sit down, please. That's my boy right there. So, what are we going to talk about tonight?
It's a lot going on.
We gotta start with the candy, no?
Oh yeah, the candy thing. Yeah, start off with that. Yep.
Let's see. Drum roll.
That was a drum roll?
Two mix up here.
All right. So the top 5 church candies.
One of these is missing. Something's missing.
This is not the overall, because now you got the top one. I'm gonna say that's caramel, because the caramel ones back in the day had a gold wrapper to them.
Yeah.
Those are ginger.
Yeah. Well, let's change them to caramel. Of course you would, church mother. We would change them to caramel.
The Jamaican store, but all right.
The Jamaican store?
Yeah.
Caramel. What are they? You said Jody?
Those are ginger mints.
Those are ginger all the way in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is those?
Well, let's call them caramel, because I don't know if any,
What?
Why you want to change
Those are ginger mints. Let's call them caramel.
Let's just call them caramel tonight.
Right. The Starlight mints. Yo, I used to love those strawberry ones. So if you had to pick which one of those church candies that you would pick, which one would you pick? Oh, Werther's Originals. There you go. Werther's. Thank you, Ava. It was Werther's Originals.
Oh, the golden. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Werther's Originals. Yeah.
Hard
So
caramel.
what is your top church candy?
Not even on this list, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with the strawberry.
Which one's your real top one?
My real top one is like the little hard peppermints, the circular ones.
Oh, the big one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are they the powder ones?
No, they're not powdered.
Oh, okay. Because the powder ones be.
You said the big peppermint. You said.
Yeah, the real circular ones.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. They got a kind of curve on the side sometimes.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
I like them. They last longer while you in church. You can waste more.
Yo, soon as grandma opened up that purse,
oh man, I was right
full of candy. Anybody else want to go?
Not for nothing. Church candy keep you awake sometimes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I was just about to say that. The mints, those peppermint mints,
wake you right back up.
Especially when your head is nodding, you hit your head on that. On the view. You need that peppermint to wake you back up. So I'm gonna go with the peppermint, the mint.
Mm-hmm.
The soft one or the hard one?
The hard ones. I'm good with the soft.
It's terrible.
All right, I'm gonna throw it to left field. I'm gonna say the Ricola only because it doubles as a. No, listen, because when your grandma run out of the mints and she got one of those stuck at the bottom of her purse, it tastes amazing. Like it tastes like a regular mint.
Bottom of the purse candy.
Yeah, sometimes you
where it's hot and it's all melted and stuff at the bottom.
Yeah. next to the quarters and the paper.
Exactly. And
let me brush this lint off real quick. Got lint all over and stuff. And you got
listen.
Nope.
When that's the last mint she had, listen.
Look, I bet you ate it too, didn't you?
I sure did.
All right.
I will buy Ricola to this day just to think of my grandma sometimes. Like,
Oh, that's nice.
oh, God, sweet things.
Somebody said butterscotch candy. Butterscotch candy. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, butterscotch was like one of the big things. Was butterscotch, Starlight Mints. I'm going with the strawberry. I could eat a strawberry one to this day.
Those are nasty.
Agreed. Those are gross.
Wait a minute. Hold up real quick. Please take this down. Take this down. Take it down.
I'm saying because I need to see facial expressions on that.
Yeah, you don't like the strawberry ones?
No.
What's yours?
Maya, high five. Oh wait,
I don't like
high five.
strawberry.
Why?
I don't know. It's fake.
It's candy. All of it's fake. You think that's real genuine butterscotch?
I don't like it. I just don't like it.
You don't like strawberries? Or you just don't like the strawberry
No,
candy?
I don't like the strawberry candy.
Wow.
Learn something new every week.
You know what? I was very proud of you like 20 minutes ago when we were doing the now you got me disappointed in you again. Just
Really?
our relationship is like constantly in like a happy disappointed. It's like
It's a revolving door.
Yeah.
Roller coaster ride.
How don't you like the strawberry ones? I'm sorry, go ahead, Jody.
Somebody talked about this, but white lifesavers would be my favorite church candy.
Yeah.
There we go. But off of that list, I would say the soft mints.
The
soft mints?
powder one?
Those are good.
Why?
I like the soft mints.
Why?
The bitter mints.
I like
whatever
when they
you wanna call it.
disintegrate.
Yeah. I think
You like them when they disintegrate.
it's a
Yeah.
cool adventure. Yeah.
But it feels like dust in your mouth sometimes when it like.
That's why I said, like, are they the powder ones? You know, the 1 mints that are like the soft, and then like when you chew them down, it's all powder. Ugh.
Those are good.
Are you eating a mint right now?
Who's eating candy now?
I love those lifesaver
Cream
ones.
savers? Oh,
Cream savers.
I
Yeah.
remember those.
What's that?
Somebody said y'all remember cream savers?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
You ever heard of cream savers before?
No.
Those were
The
good.
strawberry cream saver.
Oh my
Yes. It tastes like strawberries and cream.
Yes.
God.
Technically, all of us are wrong because we're not supposed to be eating in the sanctuary anyway.
Oh yeah,
but,
that's very true.
I don't consider that eating.
What you want me to do?
It's like gum, you know.
True.
You're not digesting it. Well,
You-
you were kind of.
Wait, you are. What
Yeah.
you saying,
I hope you
friend? I was gonna say, talk about it. What do
Sister
you-
Des, don't give them no idea. Stop it.
I'm gonna continue to eat my little snack, but I was just saying.
Well, listen, I know those that sing on the choir, they're gonna have a little snack afterwards because the way that y'all be up on
A whole
that stage,
back row full of mints.
right?
I went back there, bad mints.
Right.
It is.
They do have a
It
lot.
I would have a mint.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Them
Absolutely.
balls and colas.
Oh yeah, it's necessary, especially when you have to start hitting those high notes and Lonnie keep playing. It's like, oh, okay, we're gonna keep going. Mhm. Like, oh, we're going higher. Oh,
Right.
I'll be like,
right.
Like clench your cheeks, squeeze
And
it
then he
out.
walks off stage, and you don't know if he's done. Then he run back out. I'd be like, oh, I'm
Right.
I'm praying for you.
And there's your soprano too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so y'all be going up there.
We
You
got
ever,
that
you
life
ever,
over
you
there.
ever notice when they do the individual parts? It's when sopranos go, everybody, ah! You know, right? It's altos. They be like, yeah.
They like them high screeching parts.
Right. Like everybody else is like, get to the sopranos, get to the sopranos.
Right.
So that's a good church fun. You know what we should talk about? How many of y'all grew up in church? Somewhat.
I mean, like half in, half out. People got it.
You got the culture there.
All right. Here's a good topic for us to talk about. This is me. Hopefully this won't get us in any trouble. We'll see where it goes.
Not see where it goes.
I was gonna get us in trouble.
Not really.
Uh-huh.
Not
I know.
really. Not really.
But
The
I'm
way
like,
he's thinking.
No,
Right.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase these sentence. Millennials, they're doing studies on millennials and saying that there's a group of millennials that are not church that are coming in droves, right? But there's also droves of millennials leaving the church because of disillusioned, stuff that's happened, or watch this, they're leaving more quote unquote progressive churches for more traditional style churches. You guys are younger than I am, and I'm not to be facetious when I say this. You guys are more in the mix of people than I am per se. I work a lot. I talk to people, but it's almost like sometimes if you're not careful, you can get into a bubble when you're in ministry because you're so used to working and doing that you're not really out on the streets, as they say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys feel like in your age group? Are you seeing some of this stuff where there's like a falling away of people that I have a big heart for people who grew up in church and kind of left? Desire for them to come back to understand that not every church is the same and it's still relevant. But in y'all's minds, how do you guys feel about that topic of seeing your age group kind of being disillusioned with God and church and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Can you define what you mean by disillusioned?
Disillusioned, like let's take this for instance. Evangelical churches, they're noticing their millennial and younger crowd is leaving their churches because they're noticing that they're looking at the everyday social struggles and their church isn't talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they feel disillusioned with the church because they don't feel like it's relevant to where they are.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's just one part of it. It could be not the bridge between the older and the younger, and it feels like they don't feel like the church is for their age group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about churches at large, because there are a lot of churches like ours and plenty of places that have a mixed crowd. But that's what I mean by disillusioned.
Okay.
Somewhat. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I've been fortunate where a lot of like my core friend group is still in church. But I have had friends who left Christianity. It kind of makes sense to me because I've experienced a lot more now as opposed to when I got saved at 8. So it's a different walk now. And I feel like sometimes the life experiences takes people away where they are forced to almost kind of restructure and regroup in their relationship with Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you kind of go into that a little bit more detail, just a smidge more? Because you're talking about your experiences now compared to your response. So it sounds like you're saying your responses are now because you're older. Is it good?
Yeah. So like, what am I trying to say? I have a different idea of who Christ is now that I'm older, as opposed to, I gotta say, when I was 8. So I didn't really have the life experience that made me value, my relationship with God as I do now. That makes sense.
Okay.
So I feel like a lot of people growing up are trying to maneuver all that and kind of relearn what their relationship dynamic is.
Okay.
To piggyback off of that, I think also for a lot of us, we might have been taught the word in a way that wasn't fully accurate. And then like, I know for me, a lot of times when Bishop is speaking, I'm like, oh, snaps, that's what that scripture means, or that's what this is really saying. And so it's almost like you're questioning, like, well, what have I been living this whole time? Because I've been taught to believe that this is what God wanted me to do based off of whatever. So it's a lot of, you're like relearning a lot of things. And for some people, they go out and start learning about other things and become woke. And so they start looking at other types of things outside of Christianity.
That's a good thought.
I was to piggyback actually off of what Jody just said, like the other things besides Christianity. There are people who you know, will say that they're Christian, but they will, you know, like use crystals, like use crystals or tarot cards or different things that are, you know, spiritual, but they aren't Christian, and they're still calling themselves Christian. And it's kind of like this, like I feel like in the past maybe 4 or 5 years that we've seen like there's this influx of like everybody has like a deck of tarot cards. Everybody has, you know, a crystal around their neck. Everyone has, you know what I mean? Everybody is on this like quote unquote spiritual journey, but it's like, well, who are you actually talking to? And everyone, and it's like, you know, no one's calling God God anymore. It's like the universe, or, you know, I've heard a lot that like, oh, God is a woman, and, you know, just these different things that no one really has the actual like tangible proof of it, I guess, and like of their crystals working, or, you know, different things like that. And I feel like a lot of people are moving out of the church into those arenas because it's become so popular, and even like mainstream wise, it's becoming popular. Like you'll see celebrities with like crystals. Like my friends and I were just talking about it the other day, how in Beyonce's recent album, her Black Parade song, she says, and like on one of the lines, she says like, I charge my crystals in the moonlight, or something like that, or something to that effect. And it's like, oh, okay, this is a thing now, you know, like this is actually like people are believing this now. Like,
Des, can I ask you a question real quick, and I want to chime in on that?
Yeah.
What are the crystals things all about? I've heard about that, but what are they for? Please educate me. I'm a novice.
People use crystals as like healing. Like they will pray with like, I guess like pray over their crystals, or pray like as it like, you know, like rose quartz will heal me from this. And I don't know the name of the crystals. I don't mess with crystals.
I was about to say I have no idea what they look like. I'm trying to figure out.
No, they're like legit like just stones. It's legit like stones.
Okay.
And you know, like I don't know. I don't know it, but like
sure. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Like
so pretty much like different stones have different properties. So this one's going to bring you wealth. This one will bring you healing. This will bring you fertility. And you charge them.
You charge them. Correct. That's it.
And the moon, I guess.
I don't know the actual like ins and outs of it.
So you charge the moon charges them?
That's what Beyonce said.
The universe charges them. You know, the universe is what makes us connect on such a way.
You're like infinity stones or something?
Essentially, I guess.
That's what it sounds like.
Avengers? What's going on
here? It's funny, but it's like scary because it's becoming such a big thing, and like people are really starting to take to it. Like one of my friends the other day like messaged me and like sent me like some random meme. It was like, everybody wants a spiritual girl until like she starts messing with crystals at like 2 a.m. And I was like, why'd you send this to me? And he was like, oh, I thought this was funny. I was like, I don't mess with crystals. Like, I don't know why you think that. No. So yeah, people.
Kevin.
You know what I think? A lot of that.
What was the look for, Kev?
Golden Retriever.
And he's got his golden shirt on too. See?
Oh my god!
Living my life like it's golden.
I think what you're saying, Des, is something I read about earlier this year, and what it is you're seeing something. Jody alluded to it, and I'll kind of tie it in. The experience you had with church before, and then you come to a place and you're having a different experience, you're learning something new, and it almost feels like, I hate to use this phrase, like you wasted your time, but you didn't, because it still did lay a foundation for you. But I think what the crystal searching and all that stuff like that, it's really a search for an experience with a higher power, as they call them, or God. They're just trying to use other means, which says that some of their church experience, something I guess you were alluding to somewhat, Jody, was that church became more just of a thing to do when what they're really looking for is an experience with God when they come to church, not just to have a nice song, a nice sermon, and then we go home. They're looking for a genuine experience with the Lord. And I think that's what that search for spirituality is looking for some relevance in a genuine, powerful experience. The way the old church used to do it, when they would tear at the altar, I know we don't do that at that no more, but they were on to something. When they would pray until they say the power fell, because they understood the genuine experience of the presence of God. That doesn't mean we all have to come and have tarrying services all over again, but you get what I'm saying. It's a thirst for something greater. They're just using alternate means to get there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kevin or Antoine.
No, I was going to say, I think with our age group and our demographic, millennials, I feel like a lot of us are persuaded easily. So instead of actually, because if you grew up in church, you went to church because your mom made you and stuff like that, and then you start really experiencing God when you actually go through things and go back for yourself, not just for because your mom made you or your grandma made you, but because you need to go there. Like, I always share that I had that experience. Like when I was in college, I was going through some things, and I went back to church, whether I was with my sister, whether I was with my mom, I went back for myself. So I feel like as millennials, that's what we have to do. But so many of us are so quick to follow. Okay, someone made this post about this, about crystals, or talking about this, oh, God's a woman, now let me research this, instead of actually researching their Bible and reading their Bible. I feel like we're people in our age demographic are easily persuaded, so they'll jump or latch onto anything that's out there, which is why you see so many different people. Okay, God's a woman, oh, this is that, I believe this, I believe that, instead of actually experiencing for yourself. And then also that leadership is important as well. It depends on where you go to church. So if you go to a church that's not really going to teach you anything, and it's really not changing up things, and it's still like your grandmom's church where there's only like 5 members, of course you're not going to grow. Of course you're not going to have that experience with God. So I just definitely think it depends on the person, and how serious they are about wanting to get to know God and get that experience with them.
That's good. Antoine, you got something you were feeling on that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I got saved at 8, traditional church. What led me to Bethany was, first of all, my mother was hungering for a different experience. She heard about, we visited Old Bethany probably like twice. Could barely get in there, but we visited twice. And then growing up, I went to church, the Bethany we're at now, before she did, because I was like, Mom, this is it. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, this is where we need to be. And from there, she just followed, and we joined. I think now, like everybody's already saying, the illusion is looking for God and not looking for him the way he wants to be found, so to speak. We're looking for him, through books. We're looking for him through crystals and mythology and things like that. And that's what leads us astray. But also, it's people not wanting to fully commit to God. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things that common around people that I know about that have left, because they were like, it's too hard. Yeah. And and I had to encourage a few people, like, listen, I was like, being with God isn't always going to be easy, but he makes it easy the more you surrender to it. Yeah. And they received it, but some people it takes it a little harder. And I know for me, I recommitted when I was 20. And when I did that, it was because, of course, we go straight when you go to college. Came back, was like, okay, I got to get this right. And from there, I saw the church progress to exactly what I needed. I always understood Bishop, always understood you, Pastor Nick, always understood Reverend Walker when he preached. Was able to grasp something for my personal self and not wanting it to be geared towards me specifically. Because some people want that. I want the message to be all about me, and when it's not all about them, they turn. Or when they don't sing the right song, people turn. Or there's not enough or worship was too short, or the preaching was too long, or he didn't pray long enough. He didn't lay hands. That kind of thing. You know, people leave. But for millennials right now, I think they're just searching, and they're trying to find something that's been in front of them the whole time. But I also think it's also how God was presented. Yeah. If you present it the right way, then they won't find it. What's up?
I was gonna say, can I add that also like church hurt has to do with it too? Mm-hmm. Like, what's the thumb down for?
I'll explain it later. Great.
No, go ahead. I want you.
No. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I was gonna say, like, there was a time that I was gonna leave. Yeah. You know, because you know, when people are people, mm-hmm. And they're acting in their flesh within the church. Mm-hmm. That can affect your experience because you're coming there thinking that, you know, you should be in a place that's welcoming, that's loving, and then when you don't receive that, and if you're longing and searching for that, and that's not, you know, you don't get that, then that can be like, all right, well, like, people are nicer in the world to me. Why am I coming here? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or I'm getting this vibe from these people here, you know, and so that's I think that's a very real thing. Kev, I think I told you about like what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think there's to answer Kevin English, sorry. Kevin's. So,
get it right, that's Nick.
Right. So God can't be a woman. Here's the thing. God has no gender. Mm-hmm. He's neither male nor female. The Bible calls him he's a spiritual being that has what we call male and female traits. You know, the Bible calls God like a mother hen and also calls him father, but God is not male or female. But some of the words that define God, like glory and some other things, they're actually feminine terms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, but God has no gender to him at all. I think the problem that some people have when they kind of use the gender thing is they're just trying to prove a point rather than understanding the fullness of who God is. They're trying to justify something. There you go. Mm-hmm. Rather than trying to prove something. But that's the answer to that question. Now, to go back to one of y'all said something. There's something before the church hurt too. Something I think Antoine said. Yo, Kevin, I can't stand you, Kevin. I can't stand you. But Antoine was talking about the hardship of it. I think the old church at large, not every church, a lot of churches, and some do back in the day, they teach a more of a legalistic view of it. Yeah. So it's all command, do. And you're like, this is too hard. I fall short of it all the time. Rather than being holistic with the message that what we talked about on Wednesday, Jesus says, if you love me, keep my commandments. The more we teach on love, the more people will obey God. You know, because love will drive your obedience. Because if I love you, I want to please you. I want to make you happy. And I'll be willing to sacrifice what I want to make you happy. And love does that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a place where all they teach is you got to do this, and especially if you came from fire and brimstone, everything you did, you was going to hell, you know, nothing was ever good enough. You know, you always feel like you're falling short, rather than Paul, who wrote a nice percentage of the New Testament, actually said, watch this, I'm striving to be like him, but guess what? I fall short all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't stop me. We're going to talk about this coming Wednesday, but it doesn't stop me from trying. Mm. Because why? He notices that within him, it's not his own power that's doing it. It's the work of the Spirit through him. So I think if we teach more about loving God the way he wants to be loved, the more people will sit there and say, yes, it can be hard, but it's easier. Like when you love somebody, they can call you at 2:00 in the morning. You may not feel like getting out of bed, but let your mama, your grandmama, somebody call you at 2:00 in the morning. It's an emergency. Your behind gonna get up.
Maya.
Maybe.
Now Maya may not, because Maya's selfish. We don't, you know, her parents be in there all in trouble. Maya, I need you. She'd be like, whatever. It just
be like, Maya, I'll get you a hot dog.
Right.
I'll buy you whatever you want, Maya. Whatever you want, Maya.
Yo, Kevin, this is why you're my man, yo. So but
Terrible.
that love will do that. The other the other thing about church hurt is that I think we focus. It's not about you, Des. I'm talking in generalistic terms, just in case anybody think I'm coming at her. It's just a general term.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if you did, but that's true.
No, but remember, not with serious stuff though.
True. Okay. Yeah.
Come on now, you should know me by now. Not with serious stuff.
I know.
Matters of the heart. After you get healed, we laugh about it. But during the process, we don't.
Terrible.
Because when you're healed, you can laugh at it too. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Which is why I'm like, I know something's coming.
Right.
Crazy.
No, but I think you hear so many people talking about church hurt and downing. I think what we need to call, instead of calling it church hurt, call it people hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you get hurt. You get hurt at work. You get hurt with your family. You get hurt by people in church. You get hurt at the store. You get hurt at the Walmart. You're gonna get offended everywhere you go. So, but we label it like the church. Yes, we're supposed to be different, but anywhere there's a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If there's 3 of y'all in a room, somebody gonna be offended by something. But I think people. I remember they were doing that hashtag at church hurt hashtag online, and everybody was talking about all the bad stuff. And a few of us said, "Hold up, real quick. Let's start a church helps hashtag." And people start doing it. Somebody at church taught me how to drive. Somebody at church got me my first suit. I mean, there's a whole bunch of us that got great. We minimize the great stories of church by only talking about the ones that hurt us. And we've had more people do good for us in the God's house than did bad against us. So anywhere you go where somebody's going to get hurt, not to say that's right. And another thing, let's dispel this lie. The greatest hurt is church hurt. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because hold on real quick, this. I guarantee everybody on this panel, for the most part, 99% of people, our greatest hurts came from somebody in our family. But you still go to the family reunion. You still go to Thanksgiving dinner. You still go to Christmas dinner. Most of us, our greatest wounds came from somebody in our family, not somebody in church. 99%.
Yep, go to a family reunion, put them sit at the other table.
I expect more from my blood family than I do from my church family.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I wholeheartedly do. Now, I could be the minority, but
I agree.
Most of the stuff we carry around didn't come from folk at church. Unless your family went to church with you. And then you had double.
Right.
Unless the whole family up in there. The whole family up in there. Oh. Mm.
So anyway, that was. I'm not saying it to minimize people, because I've been hurt in church too. By people in church, I have. But a lot of stuff I'm carrying around ain't got nothing to do with them.
Maybe the reason it hurts so much is because it's echoing something that happened with your family.
See, this is what we need on Maximize Monday. Look at her dropping the gems. Eat some more mints, because
You hear her with mints, right?
she's opened up that wrapper.
Maya
Thank you.
Point all the time. I'm telling you.
She opened that wrapper, just dropped that gem in there. Maybe because it's tapping into an old wound you had.
Maya was trying to hide it.
Go ahead, Maya. Okay, Maya. And Jody took a drink of water for you too. Look at that. But you're right. I think we bring our wounds to God's house.
Yeah.
And somebody wounds us in the same way that we were wounded before.
And then you want to run.
Mm-hmm.
We bring that to the house of God. Sometimes you ask yourself sometimes, am I being too sensitive or am I really hurt?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Or
I'm sorry.
No, but sometimes people probably you see church as like the sanctuary, as a safe haven for you. So when you're in that safe zone, you don't expect but not everyone in church is perfect. No one in church is perfect. So you're still going to get those same, you shouldn't, but you're still going to get those same attitudes and same behaviors outside of the sanctuary, inside the sanctuary. So I guess just looking at it like that, you don't expect it, but it's, it throws you off guard. So I see where you're coming from, Des.
No, I see where she's coming from too. Because
most definitely.
You go into church expecting everybody to be right.
Yep.
And then it's disappointing when they're not right. So I'm not saying all to say to minimize anybody's pain. Please, Desiree, anybody, I'm not trying to minimize anything. I'm dispelling an overall myth. And Desiree didn't bring up half the stuff I talked about. I'm just dispelling an overall
Mhm.
thing on church hurt. But I'm not saying it's not real. And yes, you can be yes, somebody in God's house can do some trauma to you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, like, the extreme cases when you think about what's happened in the Catholic churches with the
Yes.
priests and things
Yes.
like that. Like,
Yes.
Right.
That's-
Right.
Yes.
that's
Like that.
Yes. Now that's very significant.
Yeah.
That's extreme. That's why I said about majority of the people, but there are those people who've had experienced they did remember when the Me Too movement had their hashtag?
Yeah.
Somebody created a church too hashtag. It was one of the most disappointing and sad things.
Wow.
Because people were talking about not like this person hurt my feelings. I mean, this person assaulted me, this person abused me,
Wow.
you know, and that stuff. Those things right there are very traumatic.
Yeah.
And I'll say it like this. We may leave people, but we can't leave God.
Right.
Mhm.
That's good.
I'll say it like that. But I can, if I'm sitting in somebody, because empathy is you sitting in somebody else's shoes. If I'm sitting in somebody else's shoes, I can understand. If my whole church experience is abuse, why would I go back?
Hmm.
And that's real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to minimize those events like that because those are real and they do hurt.
Yeah.
But the hope is that here's the wonderful thing about God: the same place where you got hurt could be the same place you get healed too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you go to the right place, the same place to hurt you can be your healing place too.
The right place.
The right place.
Yeah.
Everybody has the right house.
Yeah.
And that is where you go to church.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to tell you something. If I only led and pastored based on how people treated me, I wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. That's rough.
I wouldn't be doing it. I would not be doing it. Maya's getting a taste of it now with leading stuff too here and just in general. And some of y'all know I'm talking about in different other places. You can't do this based on how people treat you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't.
You gotta have thick skin.
Prayed up.
And remember who you're doing it for. That's what it is. Who you doing it for.
Yeah.
Maya, if you got any problems, you call me.
I got you. First person I'm calling.
You gonna start barking.
All right.
Yo, Desiree. See? See?
See, now she coming back from the healing. That's what it is.
See?
Now she's
Bring it
laughing
right
at
back
the
around.
Right back around. See? Look at you.
Go ahead, Jez.
It felt like it was right there too. And the door just opened and she was
You
like,
just
bang.
handed it to me, like, we gotta move, Kevin. We gotta move.
We gotta move. We gotta move.
Now, y'all notice we were on a serious topic, right? And it was not me. Go on, Desiree. Keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you.
It was getting a little thick. I'm sorry. It was getting a little thick.
I know. But Desiree, honestly, I think there are a group of people who are in that group that have experienced some traumatic stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm all for getting the counseling and the help that you need. But majority of people that claim church hurt aren't in that category.
Oh yeah.
When I do a lot of counseling people, that's what I'm trying to get to. When we do a lot of counseling people, their church hurt is I wanted the pastor to do something, he didn't do it, so I left and he hurt me.
Oh no. I'm
That's what
talking
I'm
about
talking
like
about.
Christian people like just trifling to you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moving. It's going to turn into a.
We gotta move.
We gotta move.
It's going to turn into a counseling session. I feel my radar going up. I'm trying to keep it down.
You gotta do the Jody's amen.
Amen. Right. It's about to turn into a counseling session. Like, so Desiree, let's talk about who hurt you.
We gotta go.
We gotta move. We gotta move.
Go forward. No, yeah. Remembering who you're doing it for and why you're doing it. That
Most definitely.
that takes the people away.
Yeah.
Right.
Never mind. But yeah.
And then also praying for God to give you compassion for the people,
Absolutely.
because it'll change that bitterness that comes, a little. It'll change it, as you continue to pray for it, because it's changing your heart towards the people.
Yeah.
You're still gonna get frustrated, you're still gonna get mad, but praying for Him to, teach you how to love them in spite of what they do, and how you may feel when they do a thing. It helps, especially in tough situations.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question then. This is just a general statement. Why do we have a tendency to blame a whole institution, organization by a few people?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why do we sit there and say, okay, well, these people did this to me, it's got to be everybody else in the whole entire thing?
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's just an easy exit. It's just it's easy to say it like, oh, if they're like that, then they're all like that.
I think like we both in church and a corporation and organization, each member is a representation of the organization at large.
Right.
Yeah.
If I go to Chick-fil-A and my order is messed up when I deal with this one person, and I go back again and they mess up my order again, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna stop going to Chick-fil-A because they don't know how to get my order.
Right.
Well, why don't you just go to a different Chick-fil-A?
Because the trust is broken. So once that trust is broken,
all the Chick-fil-A's are bad.
I'm like, I'm not trusting Chick-fil-A. I'm not going to another Chick-fil-A.
I can't.
That's how I feel about Arby's. I'm not doing that.
Well, Arby's, I understand.
I went to Arby's one time, like 3 years ago, and had the worst sandwich of my life. And every time I go there, I'm just like,
I get that. I get that. But I think that what you guys are basically saying is that pain has the ability to minimize your vision.
True.
Where you only see one way,
tunnel,
and don't allow yourself to see all of the other.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I had a bad experience at a Target one time, but why give up on all Targets because I had a bad experience with one?
That's not you.
Thank you. Thank you, Andre.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Maya, do you want to post it again?
Right. But if you're not careful, and this is a word for all of us, if you're not careful, you'll let events color your whole entire lens of how you view life.
Yeah.
And while we're so offended about a few events, we eliminate all of the other good stuff that we can be experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
So you do all that stuff to shut the pain out, but you're also shutting out all the joy you could be experiencing too.
Yeah.
That's like me having a bad experience at one Waffle House. I'm going to another one. Yeah. Y'all don't like Waffle House?
Oh, I had.
They're good.
Shody. Not you.
No, I do like Waffle House. It's just that you said that you would go to another. I'm not that type of person.
Okay.
I had a bad experience one.
Yeah.
I feel like
maybe
you have to go to Waffle House with a bulletproof vest on. I always hear some nonsense.
But I mean, but that's I love the dirtier the Waffle House, the better. I don't trust clean Waffle Houses. If it's clean, I'm like, the food's not gonna be that good. I need a dirty one. When you walk in, you're like, it's gonna be on that day.
I don't know. I can't do that.
Doc, sorry. I just pray over the food.
Listen. I'm big on like where you eat and stuff like that, but sometimes those places be having the best food, so I try not to look at them.
Place in Camden, what's that called? Lowe's Chinese food or something. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is the fact that y'all are crazy. What I'm trying to get to is focus, y'all. Come on, focus.
Behind the scenes.
Right. What I'm trying to get to is that, but what's crazy though? What's interesting about us? We will. We have a lot of patience for bad people,
Mm.
but don't have a lot of patience with good people. You ever notice somebody that has trust issues never stops getting into a relationship?
Wow.
And what they do is they continue to be around people to reinforce their inability to trust people. Because they feel like if I open myself up to a positive experience and I get disappointed, that means it's legit. There's no help.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm around somebody or something that's trifling, at least I know what I'm getting, even though it's hurting me, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it makes me wonder why we take a few events and let that color everything about us.
Wow.
And watch this. Like I used the example before, we'll get hurt here and say, I'm not going here no more. But then somebody in your family hurts you. You don't give up on your whole entire family because one person did something to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think it's easy when you allow y'all get off a Waffle House. Yes. 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 The cook got one tooth, but the food is smacking.
Pastor Nick.
I'm being facetious. That's too far. But that's too far. But you get what I'm saying though?
Mm-hmm.
Is that we still open ourselves up to experiences, even though we shut ourselves down from other experiences though. So
Pastor Nick, you
I'm just bringing it up though.
He's stepping in another thing.
I'm bringing it up. So it's like I use Jody's Chick-fil-A example. So you say I'm not going to Chick-fil-A, none of them anymore. But then you go to Wendy's, focus. You go to Wendy's or go to, you don't give up on the whole entire thing. Right. So what is it about us that we give chances to people that take liberties with our chances, but completely shut down to other stuff? I
think we talked about it before. I think it's a lack of value for yourself.
Okay.
We give chances to no good people because we don't value our heart. We give chances to things that's going to pollute and waste our time because we don't value time. We give chances with our mind because we don't value the space that we have mentally. So I think it's a lack of value, a lack of understanding of who you are that causes you to, be so liberal with yourself rather than, reserve the best parts of you.
Because when you don't value yourself, you continue to put yourself in situations that reinforce your lack of value.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to try? Go ahead, Desiree. You got something to say?
No, I don't.
You don't?
We just need prayer for the Fr3sh team. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, so let's focus on the lie. So somebody had a question. Let's break. So Miss Woodward. Okay, so he says, I hear you. It is hard to forgive and forgive and forgive. Jesus wants us to forgive, but how much is enough? Now, let's talk about forgiveness for a minute. Mm-hmm. Forgiveness, I'll start it this way. Forgiveness does not remove the consequences. We oftentimes think that forgiveness removes the consequences all the time, or forgiveness starts the healing process. Forgiveness is me choosing to allow myself to be spiritually, emotionally, and mentally free from this person.
Yeah.
So forgiveness is more for me, because sometimes we feel like if I forgive them, I'm letting them off the hook. But watch this. How is you not forgiving somebody that doesn't care getting back at them? How many of us have said, I ain't never going to forgive them. I'm going to be mad at them for the rest of my life. What has that done for you besides keep you mad?
Yeah.
But what it is this. It's psychological. We couldn't control what the person did to us. So what I'm going to do is control my response. And I'm going to get back at you by being mad at you. But if the person's moved on, or if they're even dead, how can our lack of forgiveness change the situation?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
So forgiveness is more for us than it is for the person.
Right.
The other thing is this, is that Jesus is in no way implying that you continue to hang around folk that continue to do you dirty.
Right.
I can forgive you from a distance.
Yep.
Praise the Lord.
Yep.
I could forgive you and get you out of my face.
Yep.
You know, you know what I'm saying? That is a possibility. So forgiveness is more for me getting the weight off of me.
Yeah.
So I'm not walking around carrying this wound that's going to affect me for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know, because if not, it's going to do more damage to you than it is to the person that you're not forgiving. So
Right.
we constantly forgive so we can stay clean and let God deal with the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. And I think when you forgive, it just you release so much energy. It takes so much energy just to continue to hold on to things and just, you know what I mean? Like I like to say is, I can forgive you, but I ain't gonna forget. That means we ain't gonna be breaking bread with each other and everything in the future. But you know,
Right.
Yeah,
That's right. Listen.
literally.
It
oh,
is.
sorry, I'm
You know?
reading something.
Y'all,
That's why I was
you
making
guys,
that face. I'm sorry.
you guys are off the hook. I can't stand it. Everybody but Jody. Jody's the only one up here chilling. I can't. That's because her face. That's because her face is
Got the poker.
I'm still working on that. I'm a type of person, like, I give so many
Yeah.
chances. So get to that point, like, you're dead to me. Period.
Sheesh.
Did anybody get
Anybody
get nervous when she said that? I was like,
I don't want that word.
Like, woo.
I don't want it.
I'm a work in progress on that.
but see,
But at some point, those chances run out, and then that's it.
yeah. See, I think you can forgive somebody and still be done with them. They say, you know what,
Yeah,
I'm moving on with my life, and I'm
Most
forgiving
definitely.
you because I don't want to be mad at you for the rest of my life. 'Cause
Right.
unforgiveness is you having a cord tied to that person, which means they're
Yeah.
controlling you to a certain degree. When you think of them, your behavior and your emotions change. They've got too much control. I want to be able to think about you and not you negatively affect how I feel. Sorry, Ken.
No, I was gonna say I feel like people that I'm not saying that people, all right, this may sound wrong when it comes out, but like when someone can't forgive someone and they harper on something like years after, they have nothing going on with themselves. Like I know for me, like I'm gonna forgive you, but I have other things going on where I'm not even going to play back that memory where I'm just like, oh, why did we fall out in the first place and stuff like that? Like it just keeps going. You know what I mean? I just feel like when people are so invested in like the negative, like it's hard to forgive. But instead of being like keeping yourself focused or doing something, you know, leveling up or something. I don't know. It sounds rude, but that's just my opinion. I just find something to do. Keep yourself busy. Get your mind off that. Basically.
Kept saying, get a life.
Basically.
Get somewhere and set out.
Right. It's just like get that hurt out. Whatever you have to say, let it out. But tomorrow, be like my sister Jody up there. Get your tea and just sip it and keep moving.
You got it. You can't harbor on so much on people who have, hurt you, because then you're placing them in a place where they still have that power,
Right.
I mean, and then they're right here still presently, but they're not with you physically. That's a problem.
And 9 times out of 10, the person that you can't forgive is not even thinking about you, probably.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you know what makes you so mad is that when you see them, they moved on.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have.
They're giving you a clue. You should do the same thing. Move on too.
Move on. We gotta move. We gotta move.
And we're moving. Right. You have to let it go eventually. So
Golden retriever.
But again, what it is that control thing. It's that false defense mechanism. It's like walking around in a hurricane with an umbrella. You act like you're not going to be affected by it. I'm living my life where I never get hurt again. That's impossible.
Right.
So we all have to learn to. This is actually a good discussion to get on this. We done got off the whole church thing, but but it's okay. But it works.
It was
though.
a nice segue.
Yeah, but
Right.
we have to learn to let it go, as the song says. Come on, listen to Disney, y'all. Got you. We have to, because the question you got to ask yourself is this:
Come on now.
you've been carrying it for all these years. Do you want to carry it for another 10 or 20?
Mhm.
Right.
And that weight's going to weigh you down.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to weigh you down. All right.
Evangelist Erica Badu once said, "Bag lady," you know, let it go.
Evangelist.
So we have
Yeah.
a question.
Question.
Wait, wait. My new neighbor just shared with her that her sister was murdered by her brother-in-law in the 80s. That's a lot of hurt and anger to carry. What should she tell her, or should she just listen?
Wow.
In situations like that, I really encourage some therapy too, because that's just not grief. That's a whole lot of stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And that I'm all for. It's okay to have Jesus and therapy at the same time too. Jesus and counseling, it's okay to have both. To kind of talk through those difficult feelings, but it kind of everything that we talked about before, that it's hard to forgive because we feel like you can forgive somebody and still not like them.
Mm-hmm.
We think if I forgive you, everything's going to be okay. No, everything's still not okay. I forgive you and I still dislike you. So, that is a possibility. I can forgive you and still not be your friend anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And in a situation like that, where it's like, I can forgive. What it was? Remember the what's the guy's name that was shot by the police officer in Dallas when she walked into the apartment? Both, and I think his name was. And I remember when his brother got on stage and said, "You know what? I forgave you." And everybody's like, "How can you forgive? That ain't right. She murdered your brother." And They don't know what he had to go through for a whole entire year to get to the point where he had to forgive her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people were mad at him because they thought forgiveness meant that he was okay with it. Forgiveness doesn't mean he was okay with it. I can forgive you and still be upset that both them, Gene. Thank you. I can forgive you and still, want justice.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
But what he learned, what he showed the world was the power of freedom through forgiveness.
Yeah.
That he didn't want to walk around for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
His brother and holding on to that anger at the same time. Because one is already hard enough to carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, black people always forgiven and forgiven and we forgiven and I'm tired of forgiving. Forgiveness doesn't mean consequences are removed. But I thought that was, but who knows what he had to go through to get to that place.
Yeah.
And when in doubt, always think of how Jesus forgives.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard. Speaking of forgiveness, if y'all pick the wrong thing on this next thing, I ain't forgiving none of y'all. It's like 8:07. Anything else y'all want to share on that?
No. We're just waiting for the book passing it.
What book?
Your book.
Yeah, but
I ain't got no book about forgiveness. Y'all better go get forgive
we're
again, live
saying
again.
we're speaking it into existence, good sir. You dropped some gems tonight.
Miss Woodward, you okay? Look, be heavy.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, we deal with heavy and hard topics all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a little spiritually ratchet.
Wait, in your book, can you have a chapter where Maya can write a chapter? Because she dropped some gems too. That's Minister LeBeau,
She does. But she might, knowing her, she might freeze up on me and leave me hanging. So.
Wow.
You know what it is, Kevin? It's y'all being here. Y'all help her. Y'all give her. Y'all give her. Y'all. You guys are her crystals to give her energy to help her do it.
Not the crystals.
good night, y'all.
Right.
So I looked up those crystals. Those crystals, they've been around for years. People used to buy them. I remember when I was a kid, people used to buy those, but I never knew exactly what they were for. But okay. Anywho, go ahead, Mike. You can put it up.
Maya.
I'm gonna be so upset at y'all. There are two types of people. Which one are you? Do you put the ketchup on your fries or the ketchup on the side? And I swear that's not supposed to swear. I promise you.
Come on.
Y'all better pick the right thing.
Oh my goodness. I'll go first.
No, but let's get mine out the way first because you know we got to get the weird taste buds out the way first.
Go ahead, Maya.
Oh man. I am neither of these people.
What?
Which one are you?
I am neither of them.
She doesn't use ketchup at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't like ketchup.
I mean, I feel
You don't like it? Wait a minute. Hold on real quick. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down.
I don't like tomatoes.
You're making it hard for yourself, Maya.
You don't like tomatoes? So you don't like pizza?
I like white.
Good job, y'all.
You don't like barbecue sauce either?
Whoa,
Jody, you already know what I'm about to ask.
Sit down, Jody.
Where's it at? Where's the notebook, Jody?
Jody.
So we got the guy has.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Jody.
This is why we get her out the way first, because
Oh my gosh, it's like
you know,
It was hope.
just when you think you know somebody, it's just
I thought you was
That's
gonna get
when-
barbecue sauce over ketchup.
so. So you don't eat spaghetti, you don't eat lasagna.
Only when my mom makes it.
Okay, what's different about hers?
It tastes good.
That's a good one.
When it has tomatoes on it, I do scrape it off. But yeah.
So is your mom on?
Nah,
Is
I
she
don't-
listening? So wait a minute. So what do you put on your hot dog when you eat it?
Mustard.
Okay, I can take that. Mustard. Okay.
What
Okay.
kind of mustard though?
oh my gosh.
Why did you ask her that, Antoine? Now you know we're gonna dig a deeper ditch.
What kind of mustard?
I know I'm not the only person who doesn't like tomatoes.
No, you know.
No, tomato, but ketchup, pizza.
It's not that you don't.
Pasta.
If you would have said I prefer plain French fries, I was cool with that. But when you said you don't like ketchup,
Oh, sorry. Okay, I don't like plain French. I only eat plain French fries. Yeah.
I can understand that. But
It's too late,
I don't
friend.
like ketchup like that either. I mean, I eat it, but I don't like it like that.
okay. But I mean,
So can I ask you a question? So if you're like really hungry, right? And you're out with your friend and they have French fries and they put ketchup on it, but you want this fry. Are you gonna eat it?
No.
put the graphic back up.
I tried,
I
guys.
know you did, Kevin. You tried. I
I
know.
tried.
Recover. I know.
So who's next?
Who's next?
B.
You're B. You're a dipper.
Good job.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Good job.
Desiree, do you eat French fries, Des?
Yeah, it's Pastor Nick. I'm eating French fries.
No, I mean no. I'm usually when I see you, you're on like a healthy kick. So I don't know if you
Her
indulge
sushi.
in
Kevin. No, I'm B, but I would put that as honey mustard, not ketchup. I like ketchup on other things. Just not
Oh, honey
French fries.
mustard.
Honey
mustard's
mustard.
good.
Come on.
I do it with Chick-fil-A sauce.
That
Yeah.
is so
Chick-fil-A
I'm
fries.
excited.
Man.
Okay.
What
So
what time they close? So,
You got-
Antoine, what you got?
I got B.
You got B?
Yeah, man.
You know, I
A is a psychopath. I'm sorry.
A is not good. It's not good.
All the A's on the chat.
Yo, these people are saying A in the chat. Yeah.
Y'all got it.
Right.
I
First
didn't
off,
See them. My bad. Don't fight
First-
me, y'all.
Kevin, what are you?
so when I was younger, I was an A. Sorry to tell you guys, but I am a B now. I'm a dipper now.
You're a dipper.
Good
Yeah.
job. Good job.
I'm a dipper.
I'm now for the first time, I actually agree with Maya in this sense.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Wow.
hold on. In this sense.
I don't know.
Should have had a Hyundai.
In this sense. What?
She said should have bought a Hyundai. That's what you said.
You can take it down now. It's fine. In this sense, good French fries don't need ketchup.
They don't need anything.
Good French fries, you can eat them on your own and just plain. I like ketchup, but I'll tear some French fries up and won't dip nothing in them.
Yeah, I can do that.
And I agree with you, Desiree. Something's wrong with you if you pour all the ketchup all over the fries and just. The only time I like my fries with a whole bunch of stuff on there is if it's cheese fries.
Yes.
Lob them cheese all up in them fries. Load the cheese up. I'll tear some cheese fries up. I ain't dipping them.
It depends on the cheese, though.
Ava said, I got an issue with grown people dipping. Listen.
Listen, Ava.
No.
That's because we called her psycho. That's why.
I know.
Right. to me, it's weird. Why you waste it? You mess the fries up when you put ketchup all over it. Like you just waste them. You mess it up.
You should have did is who has the best French fries. That's what you should have did.
We can talk about that now.
we got time today.
We got time. We're over time, but we got time. I will say this. For me, it's between Chick-fil-A and Checkers. I still love Checkers fries. I love Checkers fries.
I used to like Checkers fries.
And the chat, because that's it. Thank you, Pastor Nick.
The two of them. Yep.
Thank you, good sir. Oh, wrong way.
That
But
way.
you know what, though? Homemade fries though are bomb. Like if you do them right.
Yeah.
You mean like cut your own potatoes and make them the long? Okay, that way. Well, next time you do that, bring us some. I never had straight.
See me, I'm a convenient type guy. Just pull up my French fries.
Go bring the pretzels. You bring the French fries, right?
Yeah. We passing it. You know, good sir. You know.
Red Robin fries. What do y'all
Yeah.
Now,
Red Robin's good.
Red
I've
Robin's
never
fries
had
are
Red
pretty good.
Robin.
Are those like the really skinny?
So you haven't had them?
That's like the big ones.
I've never had Red Robin.
They're the steak fries. You know, most steak fries don't taste that good. Some of them do. Depends on how they make them.
Some of them are bland.
Some are too potatoy
Yeah,
in the middle. But I would say
Pleasure. Y'all might judge me for this, but I like Wendy's fries. Though.
I like Wendy's too.
I like their fries.
Yeah.
That's
They're like droopy, right?
No, depends on when
Aren't they the droopy ones?
I'm
Most
thirsty
people-
just thinking about Wendy's fries. It's too much salt.
yeah, they thank you. They do have a lot of salt in them.
That's sea salt.
Wait, Pastor Nick, you forgot one though. So it's Chick-fil-A, Checkers, or Chicky and Pete's
Ooh.
Krabby fries.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Look at
Oh,
Joe.
yeah,
Jody's
what's
like,
that
Jody, Jody was not impressed by that.
I
Sorry.
like Chickies and Pete's sweet potato fries.
Those are good too.
Oh,
they're
no,
good.
I had them.
Those are really good.
But you know the other fries are good? Five Guys fries.
Yes. In the
I've never
back.
ate at Five Guys.
Are
Dude,
those
Five
the
Guys
skinny
fries are
ones?
good. No.
No, they're
Well,
kind
that's skinny fries.
Jody.
They're too greasy. I like a good diner fry or a pizzeria fry, the ones that are fried twice. I like that. I like fries like that.
You don't like it when the bag is like dripping, but like
Oh,
That's why Checkers fries are good, but they're so greasy.
They are really greasy.
You know what fries hit?
one
Chicken
good-
Shack fries. Like any
Who?
type of fries you get in the hood, like Chicken Shack fries.
yeah, they are.
You get like a full pound of fries underneath like 2 pieces of chicken, like that.
Everything in the hood is so much better.
I know the best Chinese food in the hood and all that stuff.
Right.
But
All of it.
I will say McDonald's French fries used to be great back in the day,
Yeah,
but
they
they're
used
not good now. They're not good now. I'm sorry.
Trash.
They're not good now. Bad. Burger King, when they made them a little more crispier, they came up the past couple of years. But
Burger King is the king of nothing.
Oh,
jeez, yo, Desi out here throwing she's going out here throwing haymakers there.
I'm
Calling
sorry.
people-
I'm gonna
call-
mute myself.
She's telling people to bark, calling people psychopaths.
It comes out and it doesn't filter first.
First off,
Mute.
what is in that cup? What is in the cup? What kind of tea you drinking?
Kevin.
What's in that cup?
Kevin. It's tea. It's tea. Relax.
What kind of tea?
It's a hot
Regular
kind.
tea.
It's that woke tea. That's what it is.
It's crystal tea.
Crystal tea.
Crystal tea. Oh, start praying over.
All right, it's 8:18, y'all.
It's time to
Wait,
go.
we got time to go.
We gotta move. We gotta move.
We gotta move. Yeah, Desiree's throwing mad shade tonight. She talking about me. She's worse than I am.
Oh wait, Pastor Nick, Antoine, You want to share, Deacon Antoine? You want to share something special about Fresh next time we join?
Oh, the next time we join, it is our anniversary of Fresh. This is
Woo, woo.
2 years.
2 years.
Look at his face. He's like, okay.
I was about to say 1 year that we started last year, right? I guess it was
18. We started 18.
okay.
So
Okay.
we want to have a
That was
Fresh
like
party virtual.
anticlimactic.
I know he was right.
He was like, okay.
Yeah. Fair.
I didn't know. No, I didn't know. I was like, anniversary for what? I'm like, oh, when we started. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we started, yeah. So we started in September. The fourth Friday in September. So
What we gonna do? Like a potluck? Everybody has some food while they.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'll
we should
have
all
the
bring
press
French
tray.
fries.
now we were gonna say do a we can do a private Zoom or something.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't we do both? Why don't we do a private Zoom with everybody and then do the regular out and open for everybody else too?
With it.
Let's do both.
I like
do
that.
both. Yeah, let's do both.
And y'all can join the party by having, balloons and stuff. Post a picture in the comments.
Bring French fries.
Okay, Kevin.
Right.
Give me the description.
We're gonna make sure Ma's plate has a kitty plate where everything's separated. No food is touching.
That's what it was. That's what my mom saw, and she said she thought it reminded her of you.
Thanks, Jody.
Jinx.
Hot dog.
Oh.
We gotta move. Gotta move. Gotta move.
Did you
Gotta move.
What?
I thought no, go ahead, okay. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming on. We're acting foolish now. So don't forget tomorrow at 9:00, on point, drive-in service at noon. Sunday, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, we have a service. And then 5 o'clock, we're having a prayer summit. Going into our chat, 6 o'clock, Better Man series. Then after that, post discussion. Gonna be a busy day on Sunday. But the Lord is good.
All
the
the
Lord
time.
is kind.
All the time.
And we do all this for the glory
Don't forget
of the Lord.
Emerge Saturday at 6.
There you go. Merge Saturday at 6. Thank you. 'Cause I don't remember all this stuff. I feel like I had to say something. Oh, COVID testing on Monday, 9 to 3.
Yes.
Come on out, get your COVID test, get that done. And we encourage all millennials to watch, and just anybody in general too. This Thursday coming, Bishop and a few other people are going to do a corporate America panel about being a minority in corporate America.
Wow.
And we'll teach you how to navigate the corporate structure
Awesome.
in a godly way. So you don't have to be worried about compromising yourself and God to get ahead.
Cool.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, that's another topic.
Yeah.
Write it down. Write it down.
And all that good stuff. So I want to pick up, maybe next time we get together, we'll pick up on this millennial and church thing.
Okay.
Because we could talk more about it behind the scenes. So when we come, we have more some more conversation points. But I think it's important because it's saddening me how many people are in that. And it's actually not new. The 18 to 35 range has always been the smallest segment in church for the most part, at large. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you're seeing more and more of a drove. People grew up in church. The necessity to go to church is gone. So folk don't feel like they have to do it no more. So they're not coming.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think that's. Oh, sorry. We'll talk about it next time.
no,
I think it's
go ahead.
there's technology now, so I feel like people rather watch at home as opposed to being in the actual church house and experiencing it with everybody.
You sounded so
That's
old school. The church house. I like that. You said the church house.
Minister LeBeau.
You didn't learn that with your Left Behind group, the church house. You learned that from here.
So wow.
On that note,
Yeah, Susan turns around. On that note, it's time to go. Y'all out there watching Left Behind, got y'all all scared about the book of Revelations. Come on. You're gonna base your theology on a movie.
What'd you say last time? Despite.
Despite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus. This is hilarious.
Maya.
We were supposed to be off like 23 minutes ago. It is 8:23.
They love us. It's fine.
Of course they love us. That's why they stay on. Especially especially when we turn this into a podcast. We're going to load these up on the podcast. Oh, we got to create intros for this. We'll talk about that later, the different intros and outros, so we can put it in podcast format. It's gonna be cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, all hearts and minds are clear. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. May heaven smile upon you. In the name of the Father, name of the Son, name of the Holy Ghost. See y'all.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. Bye, guys.